So I think that the most straightforward way to articulate what they said was, under this statute, right, subsection 3, the president must first be unable with the regular forces, right, to execute the laws. And so our question was, who are the regular forces? In a amicus brief that ended up being really important, Marty Lederman made the point that the regular forces, at the time the statute was enacted, referred to the active duty military, the active federal military that's always on duty at the local U.S. Army fort near you. And since in this circumstance, the president did not first use, or at least did not first determine that he was unable to use those federal military personnel, the predicate hadn't been met, and the National Guard could not be mobilized under this statute.
So, and that means that these deployments under 12406 are going to be hard to do
Correct.
because you
Yeah.
basically have to show that the president is both authorized to use the regular military
Right.
to enforce the laws
Right.
and has been unable to use the regular military to enforce the laws.
Correct. That's right. Yeah.
So let me just ask you a question about that. In what circumstance would the president have the authority to use the regular military forces
Yeah.
and be unable to execute the laws and therefore need the National Guard? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't understand why that is ever a possibility as a matter
Yeah.
of fact.
So I think it depends on what unable means. So unable could mean that it would severely impact his ability to defend the nation, for example, to use the active duty military for this law execution function. So you might say, hey, I could use the Insurrection Act to deploy the Marines to LA, as the president did in LA. But if I used more than 200, it would be a detriment to my ability to protect the United States against an attack from China. And so therefore, I'm determining that I am unable with the active duty forces to execute the laws, and so I need the National Guard instead.
But does it mean that you read the court as saying that he has to first try, that he has to first
Great.
find an authorization and actually invoke the authorization to use the regular military to enforce law in the domestic sphere, and then make a determination that he's unable before federalizing the National Guard under this statute? Is that what you understand the court saying?
I think with a lot of the like with a lot of these, it's hard to tell exactly what the court thinks, and I think there's probably division within the majority.
It was unclear, and you think they may have been unclear on purpose.
I think that's right. I think it probably kept a coalition together. I could imagine a world where at least some of them thought that if the president just decided in a memorandum that he was unable to, that might be sufficient.